a problem, Josh. All the seat. This one's gonna snap too. Piece of shit.
My current job is to move the support bracket for the radiator since it was leaned a bit too far straight up and down, creating an issue where the hood kind of hits the radiator. So I'm going to chop off this upright right here, just weld it further back, and then make a longer little top support bracket that can reconnect to it. Should be okay with there, right?
What are you gonna do? Just gonna tilt it back?
Yeah, just tilt it back.
Aren't we still hitting a little bit?
Yeah. We might be able to remove more material from under the hood though. Brad's attempting to remove these seats.
Yeah, I don't know that they're gonna go back on after.
No. The radiator was actually hitting right up in that corner there, so I'll have to clearance some stuff.
So that's what that seat looks like. A little bit crusty there. Not sure how well you can see. Yeah. So 2 bolts on this seat are kind of just spinning. I'm wondering if I can just like yank it off. We'll see. Did you see our seat, Josh?
No, why? What's wrong with it? Oh, nice. Oh!
Touch it.
That's not cool.
And this one, there's 2 bolts that are just spinning in place. Which,
what's our plan to fix that?
no. Is it working?
I need a sharper tip, but it is.
He says it's working.
Shit.
Hey! Works for me.
Hey, work.
Ow.
You thought you wouldn't be able to break it.
Wow. It's holding it up.
Oh, there's rivets.
What?
There's rivets.
What do you mean rivets?
There's rivets.
What do you mean rivets?
It's riveted here, riveted.
Okay, both seats are off, which was not even supposed to be a project really. The next thing is going to be to clean this thing up. We're going to power wash it.
We should probably not be lazy and actually take it off.
Oh, I was planning on taking it off.
Oh, okay. I was.
It would make it like completely impossible to work on the golf cart after. The whole thing would be soaked. Not to mention the air cleaner. All right.
This golf cart has been hammered together by a few people. This passenger seat.
But like hammered with a rock, not a hammer.
Fair enough. It was cavemen who did this.
Yeah, pretty much.
But somebody at some point tried to rivet the seat back on and apparently missed and grabbed. These are all the, what would you call it? Exploded open rivet ends.
They got 4 of them.
Not attached to
them
the
hit.
seat. Right.
Those ones are removed though, the 4.
The 4 that actually worked.
Yeah, there was 2 here, 1 there, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Anyways, we'll have to, I guess, crack open the wallet.
And buy seats.
And find
That's not
seats.
really their fault though. The seats are fucked up just
No,
I'd say that's
well,
Yamaha's fault.
Yeah, well, I mean, Yamaha made a nice water tray
Yeah.
and then put the seats on top of it made out of metal. They should have used some sort of fiberglass instead, but,
Especially because like there's, it can rub and everything with vibration. So
Yep.
any coating they put on the seats was destroyed.
But our current project is, well, not project, but activity is removing the hood again, and so we can wash it and whatnot, which has never been done in this thing's life, I can see.
You can see where the belt was.
I know, I see. Do you think that's our snowmobile belt, or was that the golf cart belt?
Good question.
The, the original one, or
Could have
whatever.
been just a combination.
That's true.
Bother with like a degreaser or anything, or just?
That depends if we... I think there's some gunk around here, so we can probably gunk that off. But it actually, I mean, even if we don't, it cleaned up really well under here. It's a nice day. It's April now. We get to work outside.
And dry.
And yeah, we get to drive it outside too now. It's amazing. Alright, I have completed my task of leaning the radiator further back than once before so it can clear the body better. I just cut this off, moved it back, put some more tacks on it, and then rehooked it all back up. If there's any more clearance needing, we'll probably just shave the inside of the body out.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, it's fairly clean now. Look at that. Holy shit.
The inside's a lot cleaner since last film.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, not bad. Still
Looks
gotta
like-
figure out how to patch in that bodywork back there.
Yep. Looks like it's just riveted in.
Yeah. I wonder if...
Huh.
Do you think duct tape would be a strong enough backing?
What, to make a fiberglass
Yeah,
corner?
just like tape, tape the form,
Right.
the turn or whatever, and then back the fiberglass to that.
Possibly.
Or I guess I could just tape that piece of tin.
Yeah, at
to
that
the-
point you might as well just tape up that little piece of tin that's there.
remove the rivets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. If you don't know what this is, it's an exhaust piece. So the goal is, we have a bunch of these pieces. We got them from just sort of an exhaust manufacturer, I guess it's...
Who didn't sponsor us?
No, I won't mention the name because they didn't give us parts, but anyways. Well, I guess we didn't ask them for them either.
No, we didn't.
They didn't notice our channel for some reason.
Yeah, they didn't go out of their way to send us free parts.
But anyways, we have 2 of these, and then we also have some pieces with some 90s and some other straight pieces. So what we're going to do is probably chop it right here somewhere, which will allow us to get that muffler piece down in there up so we go straight back. Maybe.
We hope.
Yeah. So, after a lot of chopping and
That
re-chopping...
was like 5 minutes.
Listen, I gotta make them seem like I'm more amazing than I actually am here.
Right, yeah.
So there's an exhaust pipe right here, and it's probably the most amazing thing we'll ever do to this golf cart. It just comes right over the rear axle and lines up with our collector thing back there.
It'll be as quiet as a Prius.
Right.
Promise.
Unfortunately, the lighting is no good. I'll have to show you that later. Alright, this is my exhaust pipe right now, which is kind of tacked in place, and I'm going to verify that it lines up like we want it to, and then it will get all the way welded around that seam. And I also have to mirror this for the other side. That ought to be fun. We've made quite the change here. Those are no longer part of this. We now have this.
Wow.
They are very big,
Yep.
but they're exactly what we needed, or wanted, I should say.
Well, they're almost exactly what we need after some clearancing.
Right. Yeah, but there is some clearancing, which will...
You can't really steer and you can't hit any bumps right now.
Yep,
Other than that, it's perfect.
it is. So, like I said before, this is where the exhaust pipes are going to exit. Brad's just holding that one in place, but they'll exit like that. Couldn't see before because of the light, but they'll look like that. And then in terms of like what the exhaust actually looks like, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty cool.
Yep. It's as best as we probably could. So anyways, back to work. We now have matching exhaust pieces. They're almost mirrors of each other, but they're a little bit different side to side, so I have them marked left and right because the engine is slightly offset to make the chain line up at one point and whatnot. So they look like they're mirrored, but they're slightly different. I went and ran a weld all the way along it. It came out pretty good. I cleaned it up because there's a couple splatter marks and stuff like that came out of it, but they're a nice solid piece. The only thing left to do is make sure that the straight piece is the exact same length, and then we're going to end up doing some sort of a band clamp to mount it to the collector that's on the golf cart. But we're moving along.